there! Today we are giving a roll to the regular pizza. It will not only be more crusty but will also have more filling. So let's start by taking warm water, add sugar to it and dry yeast too also. Give it a swirl so that they mix together and let it rest for some time. You will see that the dry yeast is getting activated and the bubbles are surfacing to top. That means it is ready. In the meantime, take 3 cups of all-purpose flour, add salt to it, mix it up and add the dry yeast mixture to it. Knead it together. You can find the detailed list of ingredients in the description box below. Now I'm adding half a cup of milk. Knead this also together. If required, you can add more milk or more water to the dough. It is ready when you will see that the plate has cleaned up very well and all the dough has come together. Make sure that the dough should not be very hard and it should not be very flowy also. Now we'll add butter to it. The butter should be softened. It should not be fresh out of refrigerator. You can keep it out for some time. Fold it in the dough. It's going to be a little messy, but then stick to it and keep kneading it till you see that the butter has been absorbed by the dough. It's a very important technique while kneading the dough for pizza or for breads is the stretch and fold technique. So you stretch the dough and then you fold it back. Make a ball of the dough and put it in a greased pan. Let it sit for around 1 hour. It will proof and you will see that it has doubled up in size. At that point, puncture the air out of it. Now I'm dusting some corn flour onto the slab. It is also the makika atta, and put the dough, knead it again. Using the same stretch and fold technique, repeat this for a couple of minutes. Then we are going to divide the dough into 2 equal portions. Remember, with this dough you can make 2 pizza rings. Knead each portion again, make it a bowl and keep it in the greased pan again for around 20 to 25 minutes to let it proof. This is the final proof that we will be requiring for this recipe. So once when it's proofed, take each roundel and then we are going to give it a shape of a pizza base. So start by working with your 4 fingers and gradually when it has become the size of your palm, you can use your palm to push the dough towards the edges. It will give it a nice round shape. Work it up. Alternatively, you can also use a rolling pin to spread out the pizza base. I'm using it at the end just to give it a nice round shape. Make sure that it is in the round shape. It is very important, unlike when you're making a regular pizza, it doesn't matter what shape it is in, but for this recipe it has to be in the round shape. So once you are satisfied with your shape, start cutting it into 12 equal portions. So first make a vertical slit, then a horizontal, and then go along and cutting each of the slits. In total you will get 12 triangles. Now I'm going to layer it on a greased pan. So you will take the base of the triangle, join it in like you can see it here, leaving a hole in the center, and the tapering end should be on the outside. Make sure that all these base of the triangles are connected well, so you have to keep on pressing it so that the dough merges with each other. So once it's done, we'll start by adding all the filling to it. So as the first step, I'm using the pizza sauce and then adding all the veggies. can add whatever you like. So here I have used capsicum, onion, tomato, mushroom, some spring onion also, and olives. Once you have placed all the veggies, add the mozzarella cheese. If you want, you can put the cheese right after putting the pizza sauce. And if you don't have mozzarella, you can use your regular cheese as well. I have topped it with chopped olives. If you want, you can season the veggies also with salt and pepper. Now take the tapering end of the triangle, put it in and merge it with the center of it, like how you can see. So you will get this nice ring. As a last step, brush it with milk. You can also brush it with egg white to give it a nice golden color. After this, season the top with Italian herbs. So here I'm using Napolitana herbs, and alternatively you can also use oregano and some black pepper as well. Now it is ready to go in the oven. I've taken a preheated oven at 190 degrees Celsius and I'll place it for 25 minutes. Once it is baked, apply butter on it so that the crust is moist. And here it is ready for you. Thank you. Do like, subscribe and share.